high bar, and now Steve McCain high bar routine.
And this should be awesome. But it's a lot of pressure. We said that Gatson really doesn't have the major releases. Well, Steve has a whole bunch of them planned. He'll do a major release right in the beginning called a Kovacs, and then he's supposed to be attempting a Kovacs into another release. It's huge. Steve McCain.
Look at McCain. He's ecstatic after the routine, and so are his teammates.
Huge, bro.
Oh, baby.
You got that first one on your fingertips.
Hit the fire.
Nice, man.
Awesome.
Oh,
nice. Loved it.
Fingertip control, but I tell you, when this guy's on, he's awesome.
He swings high bar, plays high bar as good as anybody in the world when he's on. Look at that, right on his fingertips. That's the first one. This is what's totally incredible. He'll do that same release skill. This is called a Kovacs. He's got to catch exactly in the right spot, fly through the air again. That is awesome.
And here's McCain's score.
I was getting ready to lay on that floor, man. I was just like,
9.20.
that's prime time.
It's actually a big score, Tom, on high bar. Remember the scores we've been seeing all day long.
Zheng with a low score on Pommel horse, and now the Romanians trying to hold on to first place. Here's Petcu with his floor exercise.
You know, these Romanians can't get too relaxed here on this final event. They should be a little bit nervous. They need only look over their shoulders down to high bar to see that the U.S. has hit 2 for 2.
That was actually very nicely done. That pass also worth 5/10 of bonus. I've always thought of the Romanian men as being a very solid team. Don't typically see them having as many mistakes as they showed us on high bar. And there's a problem right there, though. You're supposed to keep that circle moving. And this is quite interesting. I'll tell you, some of the mistakes that are happening in this competition, I'm just very surprised at. He did a wide arm handstand. It is a required element to do a strength part. In my opinion, it was nowhere near wide enough to get credit, so it's another 4/10 deduction. And that right there, that's another huge mistake.
Well, with the title on the line, both the Romanians and the Chinese have faltered. And next we will move to the Pommel horse, where we see Zheng Lihui.
And this team is definitely capable of putting a tremendous amount of pressure on both Romania and the USA. They have the goods to get it done on Pommel horse. They just need to be aggressive here. There's that one pommel work, and he is already way off.
Very uncharacteristic to see such form breaks as we're seeing here.
This stuff is very, very difficult. But as you mentioned, Elfie, those knees bending and the excessive pike in the hips. Automatic deductions. Oh, he almost fell off the horse on a travel down.
Of course, they all add up.
And a basic dismount. Did an easier dismount than he planned to do. And then he took a hop on top of it. So he loses a 10th for that. And because he doesn't do a dismount with enough value, gets a deduction on top of it as well.
Can the U.S. take advantage of the others' mistakes? When we return, John Macready on high bar. Welcome back to Cincinnati as we approach the end of the final rotation. The title hanging in the balance, and a sparse crowd here in Cincinnati. Too bad they're missing a real competition. And what a story it would be if the U.S., which once trailed badly, can come back to take the title. They have a chance. Here's John Macready on high bar.
This is actually a very stable routine for Team USA. He gets a lot of his tenths from skills like this. You do them in combination. Brings him a lot of points. Does it very well. His release skill, not difficult, very stable though. The key in the end here has been who makes the mistake and who's there to capitalize. So far it's been Team USA capitalizing.
Oh, he fought and fought.
Yeah, John thought he actually had that landing. But they're definitely going to take that one.
And the U.S. continues to have the momentum here in the final rotation. From Romania, Petcu on floor exercise, a low score, 8.450. Now Ianculescu on floor exercise, and the Romanians desperately need a big performance here.
And this is a guy that can do it. He's got the goods to get it done. Very, very difficult exercise. He'll start out with one of those 5/10 bonus passes. When you do things in combination, very, very tricky. Everything has to be right on. And they're not. You see, he puts his hands down. That is a major deduction. Really unfortunate when you have a major mistake on an element. Not only do you have the deduction, but you lose the bonus for the skill. Another one right here. Oh.
What this means, Tim, is it looks like they're going to be counting an 8.45.
Yeah, I would say that this routine isn't even going to get into the 8s. You know, that last mistake, that was just concentration. Small hop on the landing, but no big deal compared to what happened in the first pass and then in his third pass.
And Ianculescu shaking his head in disappointment, unable to come through with the good routine that the Romanians needed. John Macready's score on high bar, 9.10. And the U.S. team can smell victory here. Here is the final U.S. performer, John Roethlisberger, on high bar.
And if there was a guy that I'd like to pick, if I was coaching the team in this position, who I'd want, it'd be good old JR, John Roethlisberger, no question about it. John's only release skill in the exercise, no problem. The rest of it's all just timing. Critical combinations like right there, no problem. John's dismount.
John Roethlisberger, look at that. He did hit one out of the park with that high bar routine, and the U.S. team, desperately in search of that international respect, may have taken a big step here in Cincinnati.